Gurudeva, because you are so merciful, you give me a place in Godruma amid the woodlands of Gauda, with this order to fulfill. Dwell here in this Vrindavana and sing the holy name of Hari. Continue.
But when, O Master, out of your great mercy, will you bestow upon this servant of yours the spiritual competence to fulfill that order? When will my mind become tranquil and fixed? When will I endure all the hardships and serve Lord Hari without distraction?
Due to attachments to worldly pleasure, enjoyment and youth, I have developed bad habits. Because of these sinful acts, my body has become an impediment to the service of the Supreme Lord.
Now, in old age, afflicted by the fivefold illnesses, how will I serve the Lord? O Master, please tell me. I've fallen at your feet, weeping, overwhelmed by anxiety.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
माधव कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी Jaya
Divine Grace of Bhagavad Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. ISKCON Bibli Founder Acharya Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Acharya Ashtattara Shatar Shishimat His Divine Grace of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रज वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। समावित भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. Glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 We are reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter number 10, text number 7. That is about Vibhuti Yoga, or the opulence of the Absolute. Etam Vibhutim Yogam Cha Mama Yo Vetti Tatvataha So Avikalpena Yogena Yujyate Natra Samshayaha Etam Vibhutim Yogam Cha Mama Yo Vetti Tatvataha So Avikalpena Yogena Yujyate Natra Samshaya Etam Vibhutim Yogam Cha Mama Yo Vetti Tatvataha So Vikalpena Yogena Yujyate Natra Samshaya Etam Vibhutim Yogam Cha Mama Yo Vetti Tatvataha So Avikalpena Yogena Yujyate Natra Samshaya Etam all this Vibhutim opulences Yogam mystic power Cha also Mama of mine Yaha anyone who Vetti knows Tatvataha factually Saha he Avikalpena without deviation Yogena in devotional service Yujyate is engaged Na never Atra here Samshayaha doubt Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. One who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mind engages in unalloyed devotional service. Of this there is no doubt. You can repeat after me. One who is factually convinced
One who is actually convinced
of this opulence
of this
and
opulence
mystic power of mind
and mystic power of mind
engages in unalloyed devotional service.
engages in unalloyed devotional service.
Of this there is no doubt.
Of this there is no doubt.
The highest summit of spiritual perfection is the knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Unless one is firmly convinced of the different opulences of the Supreme Lord, he cannot engage in devotional service. Generally, people know that God is great, but they do not know in detail how God is great. Here are the details. If one knows factually how God is great, then naturally he becomes surrendered soul and engaged himself in devotional service of the Lord. When one factually knows the opulence of the Supreme, there is no alternative but to surrender to Him. This factual knowledge can be known from the descriptions of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and similar literature. In the administration of this universe, there are many demigods distributed throughout the planetary system, and the chief of them is Brahma. Shiva and four Kumaras and other patriarchs. There are many forefathers of the population of the universe, and all of them are born of the Supreme Lord Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the original forefather of all forefathers. There are some of the opulences of the Supreme Lord which can be seen like this. When one is firmly convinced of them, he accepts Krishna with great faith and without any doubt, and he engages in devotional service. All this particular knowledge is equipped in order to increase one's interest in the loving devotional service of the Lord. One should not neglect to understand fully how great Krishna is, for by knowing this greatness of Krishna, one will be able to fix his sincere devotional service. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitatena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutrapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sandrajatam Sarvana Raghunatham Shastam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sarvana Lalita Shri Krishna Shantaramscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Devanto Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Pancha Kalpatarupishya Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaha Vishnupadaya Krishna Pashaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachari Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Prachari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yovetti tattvataha so avikalpena yogena yajate natra samsaya. So, avikalpena, the word is very important. Abhikalpa Yoga. Kalpana means to think. Alright? You don't have to contemplate on this kind of, observation in the material nature. When the opulences are manifest, they directly show who this opulence belongs to. Opulence has a proprietor. So, ultimate all the opulences, Krishna says, they are coming out but fraction of my being. Arjun, why do you need to know so many things about these opulences? What I'm telling you is the chief of them. But what is the necessary? Only one necessity, that you can know Krishna, you can understand Him. Unless and until Krishna manifests this material opulences. In the material world itself is an opulent person. So those who are going to be in bodily conception of life will not accept this claim of Krishna. But envious as they are of Lord Krishna, they want to challenge him. It requires avikalpa yoga, means दूसरा कोई विकल्प नहीं होना चाहिए. विकल्प ने alternative. Vikalpa means alternate. Of this, there is no alternative. You have to accept because my energies are manifesting. If the energies of the energetic is manifesting, and if we are able to observe it, then naturally we have to see who is the energetic behind it. So, Krishna says this is the real opulence. And simply by knowing the opulence, and they are manifested opulences, so you'll be naturally attracted to me. Because I am the source of all opulences. Sarveshwarya. All the Aishwaryas, opulences are embedded in his character, is called Sarveshwarya. So, Krishna is trying to make it clear that there is only one purpose behind this 10th chapter. And what will be the conclusion after knowing all this? What will be the conclusion? Arjuna saw all the opulences around him, all right? And Krishna says, this is only 1/4, an insignificant portion of my opulence. So to know opulence in full, he will have a desire. So he requests, Krishna, if it is your opulence, then within your form, within your own embodiment, can you show all the opulences are manifested in you? He had a desire to see face to face that how all the opulences are manifested in Krishna's body. In the same 10th chapter, Arjuna has been told only few opulences. Because there is no end to his opulences. Krishna says, Arjuna, what is the need to know in so much detail? You should know only that I'm all pervading in this opulences simply by a fraction of myself. One fraction. Athava kim gyapena bahu tava Arjuna vishtabhyam aham krishnam ekamshena jagato sthita. I'm pervading in simply one portion. So, just to show at least 1/4 of that opulence. And that is also material opulence. In the embodiment of Lord Shri Krishna, that is the Virat Rupa. Arjuna wants to see. You say it is manifested through you. So, okay, show me that how it is manifested in you, your personality. So, only in one place. Krishna doesn't have to expand himself artificially. That all the opulences are pervaded within me, within a fraction of my one fraction. Generally, if you say a fraction and one fraction, one portion, means other three are still there. Ekamshena jagato sthita. So, all right, if you say so, I will agree with you. But can you show me all the opulences are manifested within your body? If you tell so many things, oh, this belongs to me, but they are all separated opulences. How could it be resting within you unless they are present in you? So Arjun's question was challenging. He had a desire to see all the opulences that Krishna described manifested in the embodiment of Lord Shri Krishna. These opulences have creation, sustenance and dissolution, all three. So Krishna has to see all the three phases to him. Creation, sustenance and dissolution. And Arjuna is able to see that in Krishna's embodiment, all the opulences are there, but their beginning is also there, their sustenance for some time is also there, their annihilation is also there. So simultaneously seeing the totality of the manifestation, one has to get qualified to see. One has to get qualified to see. Arjuna was not skeptical, but he is asking just so Krishna can prove. And later on in the same chapter, Krishna says, okay, you will be bestowed with this divine vision. Arjuna had only two eyes and he was seeing face to face with the two eyes the opulences created by Krishna. But the opulence in Kurukshetra field, what is the opulence of war? It's called destruction. Destruction is also very opulent. Destruction is also very opulent. Opulent doesn't mean that you do it in style. When Krishna wants to destroy, nobody can save. Alright? But at the same time, when Krishna wants to destroy, and it is not necessary that he will be engaging himself. His opulences are manifested, and they are manifested through the energy of the opulences. Vishaya and Vastu. From Vishaya, Vastu comes. You need to know what is the Vishaya. And all this are comprising from birth to death. From birth to death. And the opulences of death are very much frightening to Arjuna. The opulences of destruction, death, are very frightening. Anyway, he was a chicken before. A chicken is always frightened, right? You are bold enough, right? No more chicken. Become bold. So, Arjuna was cautious, and he is able to see the opulences, and that too by verbal explanations. So Krishna showed theoretical knowledge, but he wants to see naked. So material opulences have to be manifested in very much important way, which is destruction. Which is destruction. Construction has already been done, so what should we do? Maintenance is also done. They were all living happily in sense gratification. But when it comes to destruction, this is the phase that Krishna is showing him in the form of opulences. Arjuna wanted to see all the opulences at one place altogether. Right? That was his demand. And Krishna showed him Virata Rupa, which was very frightening. So, when we are looking into the opulences created by Lord Shri Krishna on this material world, it should remind us of Krishna. It should remind us of Krishna. We may give different nomenclatures to such opulences. But instead of appreciating the opulence itself, we should appreciate the creator of the opulence. Because opulence means very, very meaningful and priceless. So, Arjuna wants to see destruction is also very costly. Means priceless. But at the same time, we see Arjuna did not want Krishna to display the death scene, which is an opulence. How could be death of wholesale holocaust that is being going to is called opulence. The opulence means the divine energy of Lord Shri Krishna that is going to be manifesting. The war was inevitable. Krishna desired that. Let's have a final fight for once and all. And after the Kurukshetra war, there was nobody there to fight. So the opulence of the war and the result of the war, everything was demonstrated by Lord Shri Krishna. Otherwise, if somebody is describing a death scene, can it be considered as an opulence? It is sad event. It's not opulent that is going to be attractive. But Krishna says, just like the birth is also very opulent, death is also very, because they comprise of his energy. They comprise his energy. Mrityu sarvaharascha udbhavascha bhavishyatam. Both the process become very significant when the opposites are described together, death as well as birth. Udbhavascha bhavishyatam. The destruction is the breeding ground for the new generation. Those who are going to happen. So, that is a wonderful energy. You may call it recycling. Every day the truck comes to take up the garbage, but they sort it out, which can be recyclable. But energy cannot be destroyed, it can be only recycled. That's the nature. So, if our bodies are made up of material nature, it is going to be recycled, isn't it? But can you recycle Atma? No. Because if Atma is not material or recyclable. Incarnation doesn't mean, or reincarnation doesn't mean recycling. It's another opportunity to understand. That's why recycling is necessary. Reincarnation is called recycling. In reincarnation, so many things are. But reincarnation is also one of the opulence of Krishna. And why do we have to understand? What kind of knowledge or what kind of experience we should get? Is our body also recyclable? They said every 7 years all the cells are recycled. All the cells are recycled. So there is a growth, become mature, produces byproduct, dwindles and disappear. So starting from the birth to disappearance, 6 changes are there. But soul is not recycled. It is eternal, integral part of the creation, sustenance and dissolution. So, Krishna has always an intent to teach the reality about the temporary world. And how he is teaching? By showing his greatness of participating as different opulences, manifested opulences. The avyaya bijam, bijam mam sarva bhutanam. I'm the seed of every living entity. Isn't it opulent? Because it grows, byproducts are there, dwindles and disappear, but the Bijam is the soul, not the body. Bijam is the soul, not the body. So, Bij will be existing. There is indestructible Bijam. So it is very important to understand that this 10th chapter, where opulence of the Absolute are described, both material and spiritual opulence. We are not talking of spiritual opulence yet, but Krishna is talking of material opulences. Right? And these material opulences will make us understand that why we are after it. If it is Krishna's opulences, then why should we grab it after it? Krishna is full of all 64 opulences. But we want to also become part or integrated with the fact of our existence, which may be temporary in the material life, but spiritual life is eternal. So what to speak of spiritual opulences? We are not talking anything. Krishna is not talking about his spiritual opulences, only material opulences. So those who have material bodies, material opulences will indicate that you are not this body, you are not this opulence. So, lokasya sikshartham, to make everybody understand and learn the reality, Krishna created material energy. Even though the body is material in nature, but soul is not. The reality is not. So therefore, Vishtabhyam aham Krishnam ekansena jagatosthita. There are so many opulences. Arjun, I am telling you only in chief. Little. Atva kim bahuna gyatena tavarjunam. Vishtabhyam aham Krishnam ekansena jagatosthita. I am pervaded just only through one of my insignificant portion. Ekamsha. So material opulence is not all in all. You think your material body is all in all? And spiritual opulence is nothing. We have to come other way around. Material body is not opulent because it is not permanent. We need to talk about permanent opulence that we be. If we are soul part and parcel of Krishna, that opulence is far better than this dead matter called body. What's the value of the body when it is cremated? And you get a little handful of ashes. If you analyze, what is the value? How many dollars? They said $12. Yeah. They said, in your body you have enough phosphorus to make about 8 matchboxes. All right? To ignite. And how much carbon? To make 20 pencils. The lead in the carbon, graphite, is carbon. So carbon will be to make about 8 pencils. How much iron do you have? It says about 10 nails worth of iron you have. If everything, metallic and non-metallic, or everything is coming out from the body, the value is nothing. But you are more valuable. Why? Because soul is more valuable, body is not. Right? We value the soul, not the body. But ignorant as we are, we think, oh, this is my son and my daughter and myself, and our bodies are more important. What is this soul, 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 soul? So, Krishna is saying, you do not know the limits of opulences, and there is no need. But only I am telling you in few and main only. And these opulences are so becoming obscure from our consciousness that if Krishna says, Raso aham apsu kaunteya, Prabhasa Shishurya. Oh, Prabhasa Shishurya I can get. But how come Krishna is in the taste of water? Huh? Every day you drink how much water? 3 gallons? 3 gallons meant 12 liters. Only 2 liters you drink. Huh? Only 2 liters. And Krishna says, my opulence is in water. He says, what? In water? Yeah. I'm the taste in the water. Krishna says, Mrityu sarva haraschaham. See the opulence. I am the death personified, will take away everything from me. So he can stop telling this is me, mine. You know, I, me, and mine. Death will terminate because these opulences are of Krishna, and the person is telling it is I, me, and mine. So it's like a thief. So he becomes bereft of all opulences. Opulences or Aishwarya. Krishna is called Shadaishwarya Purna. Which are the Aishwaryas of Krishna? All beautiful, all powerful, all famous, all strength, and that is powerful. All knowledgeable, for then
All wealth. Wealth.
wealth and all renunciation. These are 6 opulence. And Parashar Muni says that if somebody claims that he has all the 6 opulence, then he is God. Only Krishna described his opulences. Even though he is full in opulence, because Arjuna cannot understand, therefore he said only a few. Do you think Arjuna can digest his own question when properly answered? So, okay, you will be satisfied if I tell you in short. What is the purpose to know this thing in detail? Just know one thing, that everything, Vishtabhyam Aham Krishnam Ekam Shanajavati. Everything that is opulent and it's all pervading, it is simply staying or resting in one fraction of myself. How many fractions of yourself are there? Right now there is no fraction, only you. You do not have other personality or other duties. Okay? You do not have anything as a separate existence. When Krishna came, and he was the Supreme Personality of Godhead even when he was 2 months old. He killed Putana and Saktasur and so many. But his opulences are not material. His opulences are divine. They are not made up of material manifestation. Krishna's personal opulences are not manifested by material manifestations. They are all spiritual. Okay, if Krishna says these are the 6 opulences and anybody who possesses, according to Parashar Muni, he must be God. What does Krishna has to do with this material possession? Material opulences. Krishna is all spiritual. But yet, whatever material manifestation is there, and he claims it is his. What Krishna has business to do with the material opulences? Anybody? Some thought?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, our eyes can see only material opulences. Our eyes cannot, even material opulences we can't see properly. So Krishna has to explain it to us only through the insignificant material opulence.
Poor. Krishna is the creator of material as well as spiritual energy. Okay? In Krishna's eyes, nothing is material. They are all spiritual. So, you have to cultivate that vision. So, unless and until whatever opulence you have, you offer it to Krishna, it becomes spiritual. You are using for his own service. Everything is spiritual. So we spiritualize the opulence by offering. When we offer anything material which is valuable, opulence, in service of Krishna, say, so many people have, agreed to contribute towards Shyam Mahal, right? So that is material, but it is becoming spiritual. It's Krishna's energy. Krishna's energy is also Lakshmi. She must serve Narayan. So more she serves, or you make her serve to our own self, material, then Bhuktestena eva saha. We are people. It is Krishna's opulence, must be serving in Krishna's service. Like that. So, in Krishna's eyes, everything is spiritual. Nothing is material. But we have envious mentality, so even though it is spiritual in nature, we convert it into material. Right? So therefore it is essential that we should offer it to Krishna, so it will become spiritualized and Krishna will enjoy. Because Krishna does not distinguish between material and spiritual. Only we do. We have an envious mentality, We want to get the opulence, Lakshmi, but not Narayan. We invite Lakshmi. We keep our doors open for Lakshmi to come. But she doesn't come alone herself. She always brings Narayan. You don't respect Narayan, you want only respect Lakshmi. That is foolish mentality. Lakshmi will not be sitting alone. Only Mayavad people will say, okay, here is Saraswati, here is Lakshmi, and beach mein Ganesh. And they are all emblems for them for material security. But who has material security in front of them? Everything will be finished. Only the spiritual asset is permanent, and you develop by understanding properly this Vibhuti Yoga. Vibhuti is supposed to be in connection in yoga with Lord Shri Krishna. That's why it's called Vibhuti Yoga, or opulence of the Absolute. And the whole chapter, you will see, they are describing material opulences. Krishna is telling, is describing material opulences in 10th chapter. Right? So the idea is that Krishna does not distinguish between material and spiritual because he is the originator of both. Because we are in the state of duality. While Krishna is not in state of duality. He is completely in unity with himself. We are not, one with our own internal self. We don't know it even. So how can we be with the soul and live life? So we need divine energy, divine potency to help us. And where will you get that divine potency? Chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In Kali Yuga, in this material world, only Krishna's holy name is divine potency. No other slokas, even though based on Vasudeva Tattva of Krishna, it will not work. For Kali Yuga, only the holy name of Lord Krishna is the only potential application. Therefore we chant. For every Kali Yuga, this Iti Shodashakam Nam Kali Kalmasha Nashanam Natar Parato Upaya Sarva Vedeshu Drashna. It has been said for the whole cycle, means every Kali Yuga, this Mahamantra is needed. But we are being benefited. Then after Krishna, Sodhamo Pagate Dharma Jnanadi Visaha Kalo Nashtra Dashamesha Purano Arko Adhuno Hitaru. We lost the eyesight of the Dharma. What we should do in Kali Yuga. So Srimad Bhagavatam has arisen like a brilliant sun to dissipate the darkness of ignorance. After Krishna left, everything was dark. And if you say, oh, after Krishna, Kali Yuga started, so let's enjoy in Kali Yuga. Do you think Kali Yuga will be allowing you to enjoy? Unless you become Kali Chela. Kali doesn't need you. He can make an instrument if he wants to anybody. But at the same time, he is restricted by the mercy of pure devotee. So we have opportunity to understand and implement in our life and stay away from the effect of the Kali. But it requires some good intelligence. Yajanti su medhasa. Good intelligence. Medha means intelligence. But who will worship? The Sankirtan movement of chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Only those who have some good intelligence left will worship. So thank you very much. Everybody is chanting. Who is not chanting yet? Take up the chanting to your heart and soul. Because Kali is not going to spare anybody. Increase your rounds. Okay? No more excuses. You will be getting so much opulence of Krishna. You don't want? What's your mother's name? रत्नमाला। तो रत्न कहाँ से आया? कौन सा opulence की बात कर रही है? Spiritual. Isn't it the garland of the holy name is Ratnamala? Yes. Anybody has any question or comments, Prabhus? Haribol.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Jor se bol.
My question was, if the soul is eternal, did Krishna create our soul, or were we eternal like Krishna as well?
Krishna says, we are his part and parcel. If Krishna is not created, how can soul be created? Only thing, either you are in association with Krishna or you left the association. Most of us who left the association are called fallen souls. We fell from the grace of Lord Shri Krishna. So, even though we are eternal, we have been separated.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Come on, thick tank. Yes.
Regarding chanting, we said everybody has to chant, but even though somebody who is practicing devotees, so 16 rounds completing, sometimes it becomes very hard, and we just recite the name rather than chanting, or most of the time I do recite rather than chanting. So how to get the taste in the holy name, so that whatever the vows that we have given to our Guru Maharaj.
This particular verse started, it gives an impetus that what is the by knowing which you will be free from all the misunderstandings. When we start chanting, we have so much confusion and misunderstandings about the holy name itself. We do not know. So, but Krishna is telling, by knowing, here it is. So avikalpena yogena yujyate natra samshaya. Avikalpena yogena. If you know his opulences in truth, opulence about the holy name in the truth, because there is no difference between Krishna and his name, both are opulent. Okay? Nama Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. So, all these manifestations, starting from the holy name, when a devotee is experiencing that, and he becomes saturated, so he is completely in union with the holy name. Means the transcendental qualities of the holy name, he will receive the same quality. The soul becomes qualitatively same, transcendental in nature. Right now we are conditioned. There is no transcendence. But so avikalpena yogena. This is, yoga means to connect with Krishna. You know, the vibhutis, manifested opulences of the Lord, are connecting us with the Lord. So avikalpa yogena. You can't think how it is connecting us. So, yujyate natra samshaya. Yujyate means he engages in unalloyed devotional service. The holy name is giving us impetus to serve Krishna. Chanting Hare Krishna means you are serving Krishna through your tongue. Sevanam mukhehi jivadau swayam smuratyam evadya. If we still remain callous to the meaning of the Mahamantra, then that ignorance can be also removed. Just keep on chanting. Whether you are chanting in semblance, abhas, not pure holy name, still you will be liberated.
Thank you.
So, connection is there. The holy name connects our entire situation, both material and spiritual nature. This is the chant. It connects you. Yunjate natra samshaya. There is no doubt about it. Because chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is avikalpena yogena process. Chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is avikalpena. You never thought. Even those who were in Satya Yoga and where the prescription was to meditate, but after meditation, what they will be doing dharana on, dhyan and samadhi, and Krishna. It means Krishna was available last, the holy name was available last after doing a lot of gymnastics of the exercises of yoga.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you for the class.
जोर से बोलो.
Thank
Oh,
you for the class, Maharaj.
I'm a deaf man.
Thank you so much for the class, Maharaj. With the ninth offense to chanting, it says not to instruct a faithless person of the glories of the holy name. But if the holy name can benefit everyone, often when we're out on Harinam, we're sharing like the holy name, and a lot of people say, what does it mean?
You are dancing and chanting, right?
How do you share it without instructing someone of the glory? If you're
Let them hear.
Okay.
Let them hear. If they are envious, Prabhupada will glorify you. Because it says, to disturb the envious is the duty of a devotee. Okay? But if they come to beat you up, then run away. Don't do it alone. Right? Yes.
Maharaj, my question is about measurements because, as you said, the material world is just 1/4 of the Lord's, of Krishna's whole creation. But sometimes we say that the material world is only an insignificant portion of the whole creation. Because if you look at this room, 1/4 is significant. 3/4 is compared to the 3/4. So is this an exact measurement? We describe the material world as just 1/4.
Prabhu is asking if the material world is 1/4. If we take the example of this room, 1/4 looks significant. 3/4 is more significant, but 1/4 is still significant. So is that an exact measurement, like the material world is 1/4, or is it a very small proportion so that it's not significant?
Do you want to agree with Krishna or you want to do an experimental measure? When the things are impossible, don't dwell in it. Neither Krishna is bluffing because we are not qualified. So you can't blame him that he is bluffing. Unless you know better than Krishna, then you can challenge Krishna that you are bluffing. Right? So this hypothetical is, a rebellious mind sometimes want to tease Krishna, then such ideas come. Yeah.
Maharaj, do we all come here to enjoy one or a few of Krishna's opulences? Like people study for knowledge, people do the job for the wealth. They like is it all just a pursuit to enjoy as if we're little?
It is natural. You are part and parcel of Krishna. So you have, even though minute, you still have all those 6 opulences in you. But you cannot say yourself because it is not yours, neither everything is with you. We are qualitatively one, but quantitative difference is there. But that reality will only come out when the material designations are removed. Our practice should be spiritual in nature in order to bring out our spirituality, which is our eternal nature. We are qualitatively one. So you will have all the qualities. Satchidananda, eternally knowledgeable and blissful. You try for only some time, right? You can't do 24 hours a day. But he's more joyful than us. Eh? You were wearing saffron before, right?
No.
No, never. Nobody's allowing you.
I haven't asked Gurudev yet. Guru Maharaj, yeah.
Better ask. Yeah?
Hare Krishna, Guru. Thank you so much for your class.
Amplify.
Gurudev, just a question. How can we strengthen our conviction for Krishna?
You know what is meant by conviction or convicted? What is conviction means?
Strong faith.
No. A strong judgment is called conviction. If we are not thinking on the level of Krishna's part and parcel, subservient to him, we are not convicted. You're a convicted murderer. So the faith also requires conviction. Convicted faith is called nishtha. And how nishtha will come? If we remove anarthas. Anarthas cannot be done alone. So you do it in association with the devotees by performing bhajana kriya. Right? So if you want to become convicted, then do everything in association with the devotees, and you will reach to that stage called nishtha, means conviction. Those who are balking at the association of devotees, you see that they are not such convicted. That's why they are balking, escaping all these different kind of what they call excuses. Oh, I did not come to the temple because I just got married. That kind of excuses are there. But the marriage was performed in the memory of Lakshmi Narayan. How can they forget? All the marriages are happening even from the Vedic times in the temple. Even kidnapping was done through temple. Didn't Krishna kidnap Rukmini in the temple of Durga Devi? Yeah. The demigods are the witness. Krishna kidnapped Rukmini right from the temple. Nobody brings a dead body in the temple. And as soon as a child is born, within 1 month, they'll be offered to the temple, the deity. My dear Lord, this is yours. But I'm sorry, this is mine right now. That is the baby's day out, first day out. Right? Because the body belongs to Krishna, Mother Nature. She is working under Krishna's direction. Anything else? Yeah.
Hare
Krishna Maharaj.
Yeah.
Which is the great higher purpose in this lifetime, to be able to see Krishna, meet Krishna, or to be able to do the devotional services for Krishna?
Higher purpose is compared with what?
To be able to get darshan of Krishna in this lifetime, or to be able to do the service, which is the higher purpose?
If you realize that you are part and parcel and subservient to Lord Krishna's desire, and you accept that kind of lifestyle, that is the higher purpose. Because that will remain as a permanent purpose, which is superior than any purpose that we may imagine. Generally, we don't have brain to even imagine what you want to become. So whatever the training is in the household, and we get that kind of lifestyle, we have no chance to come out from, to express our higher purpose of being. Why it is higher? Because it was our original purpose and we were enjoying that at once upon a time. But we came into lower purpose, eating, sleeping, mating and defending. This lower purpose is common to all others, those who are not developed, not able to think about themselves and their ultimate welfare, which is called higher purpose. For that higher purpose, we have to approach a bona fide spiritual master. Tad vijnanatham sa eva guru eva vigacchya. For that purpose of higher purpose, we must approach a bona fide spiritual master. People do not know what is a higher purpose. They said to come to Australia is a higher purpose. Or they may say from India to USA, well, we don't vouch on Donald Trump for the higher purpose anymore. You never know, the people are completely frightened there that they will be deported, even though they are legally there. Even the citizens are getting deported. I don't know, how did your mother get green card? And this time, you must be having some good fortune. That's why Krishna gave the chance. Trump is deporting the Indians with minute excuse. But his mother, Adarsh's mother, was dependent but didn't have any status. She got green card. Do you want to congratulate Trump or Krishna? Yeah, that's good. Higher purpose, right? Now he is making them devotees. Because he has become devotee, everybody in the household. That is his job.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Thank you for the nice class. Thank you for all your association with. Maharaj, just my question is, how do we know that we are progressing in our bhakti?
How do I know what?
Whether I'm progressing in my bhakti or what, is there any cross check?
Progressing in my bhakti.
Progress. How do you know? If you are hungry and you start eating, are you making any progress? There are symptoms of progress. The process is so perfect that it will push you on the progress, and there are three reasons our results are coming. Bhakti, Parishanubhava, Virakti, Traitya, Ekala. Simultaneously, three things will be realized. Just like Prapadyamanasya Kshuta Chasya Tushti Pushti Cha Anugasha. A hungry man, he has not eaten for days. So he feels naturally weak, right? And he is hankering for food. He wants to nourish. So, similarly, this process that Krishna describes as Rajavidya is so perfect that you will get three experiences simultaneously. Bhakti will be manifesting, Parishanubhava